All right, we're cooking. I'm gonna move this a little closer because we're gonna have a little more content related to using my voice. So, hi guys, this is your boy Butterpunch. Today, I want to do a video on me essentially doing a VOD review of my Tekken run on Flynns Arcade this week. Uh, like normally I just have to do that to be a better player, right? To learn and improve. But I figured I might as well record it because I think I would have some really good insights that people would be interested in looking at. Uh, you know, I do my thing, but people can learn from me doing it. And maybe it's like background noise for people when they want to like do laundry or whatnot. Man, my forehead ashy as fuck, bro. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go ahead and make that happen. Probably it's gonna be a long take, or I cut it. I don't know what I'll do, but probably gonna cut it for convenience sake. All right, we're finally where we need to be. So, um, excuse me. So, I think it's important for me to pull up the Start GG, I guess, to kind of like tell you what my path was like and how did that go. Flynns, I'm pulling up Flynns now. Yeah. Motherfucker. Okay. So Tekken, yeah. I played Street Fighter and Tekken and 2XKO. I used to play Guilty Gear, but it's not for me. Um, it's fun as fuck though. Yippee! Look at me, top five. So let's look at my bracket path, and then I can tell you like at least like what my thought process was going in, because those matches weren't streamed, but I did have two, so it was kind of like important for me to tell you how it is. Okay, so over here we had Kasai. He's a new guy, so I kind of needed to test the waters to see how they played. So I went Kazuya the first game, and he had a dragon off, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm a little scared because the second I see a character that I don't like, I'm already too worried. But I got the first game, so that wasn't too bad. Then he had like a game plan of like doing his string into the side roll mix up, and I didn't like dealing with that. So I needed to orbital, but I didn't know how to do it with Kazuya. I knew you could do like up three or up forward three or up forward four. It kind of depends, but I never labbed this. So I was like, I didn't figure out anything on it. So with that in mind, he beat me on the first one, and then don't mind my dad. He's over here helping out and just hanging. Love you, dad. So that first match was kind of fine. Then he mollywopped me on the second one because I couldn't adjust properly. So then I went Oz Ascent. I was like, I can't play around with this guy. Went 3-2, I guess, like in terms of rounds. So it's pretty close. Because it's like, you get hit by Dragunov, it's 80 damage and then mix in the corner. So it's like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. It's gonna be pretty tough. So I win that. So then I end up fighting non-entity on that second run. It was 2-0, but it was close. You know what the motherfuckers would be saying. I am those people now. No, yeah, he got me. It was like 3-2 on terms of rounds every time. But he kind of had like this really good, I guess, game plan going on. I couldn't really figure out what to do. I do need to go and watch Pencil, YouTuber. I need to watch his like defense guide against Zafina, because I noticed that I lab Zafina right on how to deal with like the more common pressure that non-entity uses, and it's not a consistent answer. And that took me like 40 minutes to lab and be like, well, that didn't work, kind of thing. Um, and it's really hard to get games with non-entity. It's just man's busy. So the best time I'm gonna get games is at these locals. But this motherfucker is in grand final, so like by the time it's already done, I can't get casual. So it is what it is. Unless it's that TLT. Um, so yeah, Molly whopped me. So then now I'm in losers, right? Playo beats up V. Damn. I gotta do that to my girl. So I had to fight Pollo. That was 2-0. I remember the first game was 3 rounds. I love you, Pollo. Uh, I just played Bears before online, and there was like casuals I had with somebody, and then I think I vaguely like labbed it out because I kind of hated like dealing with bears and pandas because all they do is ever wake up on the ground. So then I just labbed interactions. I was like, all right, cool. I guess I could do orbitals on Oki, and it stopped that. That's for sure. I was really happy about it. So yeah, I got to do that. That wasn't too bad. Uh, he was pissed for sure. He said I hit him in the jugular. That's what it felt like, and I was like, my bad, bro. Then I fought Natty. That was a lot of fun. That was a close 1-2, or was it 0-2? I don't remember, but it felt like a 1-2, but I can't remember the details. But I saw Pencil's video on Defense Guide on Fang, because Fang easily is the. I went on like the website where it tells you like your stats online. Fang is the one matchup. It is the hardest matchup for me because I don't know anything about it. He beat me at TLT the week before, so this was March 6th. So I think like in February, I came and I got mollywopped by Fang, and I was like, "You got me, bro." So then I went and watched the video, and I was like, "All right, cool. I could duck here, do here, and then this is our interaction here." And I was a little happier with that. So then now that throws me over to Old Man and Nonentity. So luckily those two matches were on stream because I think that was top 8 at this point, which is exciting, which is what we're here to do in the first place. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I can tell you my thoughts, what I was thinking, what I could have done better, what I need to look at. Oh, Chad, that's me. I see. I lost me already though. But yeah, so we're gonna move forward. I think I got to watch all these matches because we were all kind of hanging in the background. Oh, the Pico must have lost a static at this point. Baby. Decoy. Because then at that point, who else? Oh, so yes, the static lost the law. Yeah, that checked out. GG's shake my hand. Tight beat. My go penguin. Okay, so this guy on the left here, that is Old Man. Yeah, that was interesting because what's it called? My boy here, Penguin, told me, was like, yo, this guy's really fucking good. I mollywopped him a while ago, and then he just fucking washed me, and I was like, all right, cool, this guy's got to be good. We're in top 8, so at this point, people at least know either how to run their game plan really, really well, and have like a second game plan if it gets stopped originally, right? That's kind of the players I put in my head in the category. Or they fundamentally know Tekken and can make interactions different each time. So depending in my head, depending how this guy plays, that's the information I need to work with. So we're gonna fast forward.
And man plays 3. Oh, he's going awesome set of gaming.
It's loud as heck.
Li Shaolong?
Yeah, that'll do. I need to lower this in my ear. So
best of luck to both players. This is a first to 2 once again.
I'm gonna lower him a little bit for me because I want to talk over. Oh, this lowers on my end too. Okay, I gotta raise this a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see. Oh, preface. I don't know anything about Lee actually.
Oh my god.
So at this point, I was pretty much. Okay, I gotta use the fucking Twitch VOD keybinds because it's not like the same. So in this point, right, I'm like trying to figure out how does this player play? Like, I don't know anything about Lee. I didn't lab Lee. I don't know his frame data. So in my head, I'm like, okay, all I can do is get information of how this guy plays. So that's kind of how I play. I gotta figure out what's your tendencies. So that's why you don't even see me use movement once he starts doing his block string. I'm like, I need information. I'm like, okay, cool, he does a low. I'm like, I'm gonna check, see what's around here. And at this point, I see this, and I'm like, okay, cool. He kind of likes to throw his normals a little bit. This feels like a good normal for me to check. And I check it with my favorite counter hit button. I'm like, all right, cool. Kind of did a misinput there. I didn't do the combo I wanted, so I'm like, that's
Nice
okay.
block.
I'm like, all right, cool. He likes to do lows on his pressure. I got to check if he knows how to deal with this. Normally, when I do my plus frames,
Nice
I
block.
usually try to see what they do. Like I ain't gonna lie, I've been playing a little risky. I can tell he knows how to use sidestep with his defense, but well, I was instead of catches that side, which I think is her weak side, and I was like, haha.
Man is putting some pressure in right now. Oh.
Try to activate heat, but didn't pay attention about the wall. I was like, let me duck here. I was wrong. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, that's okay, that's fine. I think I was gonna press there, but I didn't.
On the pokes right now.
At this point, I'm like, okay, this is the information I need. I'm like, okay, cool. He sidesteps that way. It's important for me to keep in mind.
Nice punish.
That is cheeky because I need everybody else to know this because this is a layer we're all at in my local. When I do forward 4 into 2, that is +1. I am +1. Motherfuckers think they're fucking plus, and they dash up. People instinctively dash up to interact here, and then I'm like, oh, that's enough frames for me to do something stupid. There you go.
Nice punish.
So it definitely feels like some players here don't know about that. I noticed old man wasn't interacting with that properly, and I was like, he. And I run my pressure, I run my mix.
Nice
I walk up heat smash because I want to check the movement coming near me, because he's not moving offensively with his 3D movement. So that's why I did that.
This might break the ground.
Breaks the ground. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, smart. Oh, I gotta close the door. Family's going crazy. What did I do, chat? I didn't see. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it again. Because I noticed it's that string. I hate that it goes 10 seconds backwards. But here, he does the kick, right? And I'm like, I've seen that kick before. I'm gonna do it again!
Nice.
I'm gonna do it again. Do I activate heat here?
Do it again. If it doesn't work the first time.
Yeah, see, Waluigi gets it. I'm like, okay, cool. He checks me for adding pressure. In my brain, I'm like, all right, cool. I should start mixing in throws. But then I do my classical heat engage. I'm like, oh, this is gonna kill. This is great.
Looks like Butterpunch is adapting slowly to those mixes, but can OM adapt to that situation? One more floor.
I blocked that, I think.
So right now he's mixing.
I was a little upset. That's why I pressed there. It's like, come on, I blocked that, I think. He did that, and I was like, all right, cool. He wants to be funny. That's fine.
Right now
I was like, that's fine.
Oh, nice.
Gotta do that. Activate heat. Now we're gonna do pressure. Okay, so he stood block there. My brain told me, okay, cool. He's not dealing with the mix that is possible there. Does a mid. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, cool, teching things. I pressed there, not realizing that there's plus frames there. I'm gonna have to look at the frame data for that sucker on heat. I noticed my guide that I watched today didn't tell me anything about that. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's what we're working with. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine. I gotta be careful in heat. That's pretty much what I told myself. But I can use my counter hits to my advantage here. He presses there. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna let that shit rip next time. I'm like, okay, cool. He knows how to duck that, but not punish. So then I go my cheeky setup. So yeah, I'm kind of doing like knowledge checks at this point. I'm like seeing what he knows, what he doesn't know. He's a fundamentally good player, but he doesn't know the matchup as clearly, I noticed. I take the hit. Doesn't launch because it's -14. Doesn't take the bait. I'm like, all right, cool. He doesn't take the bait on a lot of these things. I check some throws. Yeah, I've been getting hit by that because I didn't know that there's a high mid thing there. I do that because I'm like, I just need some time to think about what just happened, how this guy plays. Yeah.
I take my coffee black anyway.
Who? What's Waluigi saying, bro?
I just love that advertisement. Shameless plug in the middle of like a fade. Tech it for you.
So I do a jab check. Oh yeah, there. I didn't know that's -5. The stance 1-1. So I just went for like a jab check just to see what was going on. Learned it's -5, so you had to press something or something like that. I don't know.
Watching those certain frames. He sees what can be punished, and he's doing something about it.
Yeah, he don't like blocking. I'm gonna have to just start throwing more throws when I do that kind of pressure. But he's teching those throws. I was impressed.
Ooh, that hurt me.
I check. He's like, I'm willing to do armor again. I'm like, this guy's ridiculous. I'm a jab into throw again. This guy doesn't want to block. You know, it's a press. He must have been pissed though. I remember him being like, I teched that, but the tech didn't go through. I'm like,
Now he's conditioning.
yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't think about converting there. I check him again to see what I can learn. There, I'm like, okay, cool. He checked me for that. I'm like, interesting. Like, he knows the fundamental rule of, like, some strings you can duck, right?
I thought he was going to do it again.
Oh, I checked to see if that worked. It didn't work. Yeah, that's all -13.
Ooh.
This is where I'm like, okay, cool.
Ooh.
Grab him, bro! I tried to grab him. I was right. I was right. But I just misspaced it, so I was wrong. More homework for me. I did the 2 because I was like, fuck it. Did the throw because I was like, he doesn't want to block. There, he doesn't wake up option, so I went and did the low. Doing some pressure. Does that.
Nice punish.
Get a pickup.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was a little cheeky on that one. I was like, fuck it, I'm Yeah. That one I kind of was like, okay, this is what we're working with. I think I figured out his tempo, his rhythm at that point. So I was okay with that. This one, this was a fun one because this was really a scramble.
Oh, nice punish.
I mean, he whiffed those 2 hits, so I was like, oh, I'll just take my counter hits. I was dropping some combos there. I was like, I need to chill out. Oh, I didn't know that did that. I'm gonna need to do that for Elite specifically.
To the wall. Oh.
Yeah.
That was a nice stagger.
At this point, I kind of got comfortable of like, okay, I kind of want to initiate my offense this way.
He tried to go for the low. Looks like the high hit him. Into the wall.
There we go. Back 3, yeah. Oh, he pressed? No, he doesn't know the frame data for that sucker. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Into the wall.
He didn't, yeah. So then he presses, and I'm like, all right, cool, that's crazy. Doing some lows. Got lucky with a jab. I was gonna convert. Might as well. See, I thought he was gonna do something there, because every other time, like, a weird Oki situation happens, he normally presses. I was wrong there. I better not lose this. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. My bad. Let me skip that. Bro. I need the skips to be like 5 seconds, not 10. This is super. I thought he was gonna run up and do his thing. I was wrong. I'm like, that's all good. It is what it is. Now I guess.
Forward pressure was adapted within.
I should have pressed. Like on wake up. So I noticed here, he's willing to do more of his options. I just gotta start grabbing him. I think I started disrespecting him at this point. I was like, bro, I gotta lab this. I'm gonna lab this. I don't want to look like a fool like that again. Oh yeah, I'm a masher, bro. I'm like that low. I don't give a fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, throw for that. Here I was curious if he was gonna press because I'm by the wall, and I'm like, oh, it probably makes more sense for somebody to press because I'm next to the wall. He didn't press, so then I just sidestepped. Rising 3.
Nice.
Went for the throw there because I'm conditioned that he doesn't want to block those plus frames. I thought he was gonna press. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Lots of drop combos, spaghetti noodles from both of us.
The staggers.
Yeah, those staggers were getting me. So he was getting me with staggers, and then like when I started my plus frames, I'm like, he don't like plus frames. Yeah, see, he don't like plus frames. Oh, she's down back 3 more. Lee, if you old man Lee, if you pulling up, I'm gonna let you know. I'm definitely gonna be ready for you. As best as it can be. Plus frames. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, yeah, you want to do it again, bro? I'm gonna check him with a throw. Activate seat because he wants to.
Okay.
There, I know, I can't remember when my brain told me this, but when people have their +1 frames, a lot of them don't realize we're forced on crouch here. So you have to do a mid to like check me checking you. So I do my while rising, which is 11 frames. So you have to hit me with a 12 frame mid for us to trade. From my knowledge, Jin has like a 12 frame mid, right? Not a lot of characters have a 12 frame mid. Hey, Mishima's have like the like a little palm thing. Reina has one. Heihachi has one. I don't know if Kazi does. Buff Kazuya. So yeah, I mash, bro. I'm like, you have to know how to structure your offense there. And if you don't know, I'm gonna press because you don't know. And he wasn't using sidestep offensively. Here I got hit because I'm being a fool. I blocked. I didn't know the punish. Down forward too because I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to deal with that. I gotta like realign. I missed some shit.
Oh.
You know, 3D things. Oh, nice punish. Then I go for a mix because I'm like, fuck it. Do I throw? Oh, he sidestepped defensively there. That was pretty good. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of ducking on that. And then me missing the fucking combo. Pretty crazy. And then he fuzzy blocked that move. I was like, this guy kind of knows things. He's not bad. But I'm getting hit because I don't know shit. Okay, so at this point, I'm like 1 HP. I'm like, all right, cool. It's over. I'm going to go do a Hail Mary, which was my while rising too. He blocks it, doesn't get the punish. It's a 13 frame punish that you're supposed to do there. But you could do a faster punish, but I think he did it a little too late. I hesitate, and I'm like, all right, cool. We still got one more chance. And I'm like, well, we're both hesitating. Let me go do my while rising 1, my money maker.
Oh!
And then I ski mask that guy.
That is what we call an island robbery right now.
Certainly, he was certainly upset about that one. I don't blame him. I'm looking a little awkward because I'm like, well, you were supposed to have that one. I'm like,
Keep your ass bare, Butters.
At this point, I didn't know if it was first to 3 or first to 2, so I was asking. But it's first to 2. So, GG, shake my hand, buddy. Now we're moving on to the next one. Yeah, that's my moneymaker. But now I know a little more. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't get away with that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna lab that before I go to TLT today. It's karaoke night, but people pull up for Tekken. I'm pulling up for that. These motherfuckers. I'm cursing chat. All right, so that's my boy Nonanity. At this point, right? Let me show you. We are now at top 5. This was top 8 earlier, so it was between like 7th. Now I'm fighting for 5th. As spoiler alert, doesn't go my way, but doesn't matter. So at this point, little context. I've had fought him already in winners 2-0. His water's good. And I think Real Law, who got, I believe, 4th or 3rd there, he was watching the fight and he told me, hey, I noticed you hesitated during a sidestep that you did. And if you had committed to the idea, you would have probably won. But because you didn't commit, you lost. And you know, he's like, that frustration you feel, let that simmer in your soul, so that way it makes you a better player. Which is fair. I think that's really good advice. I think it's important to make commitments in this game, specifically in Tekken 8, because everything's so 50-50 orientated. So I think it's important to really commit and believe in your mix, right? But if you're wrong more often than not, then there's something wrong with your analysis, right? I like to think my 50-50s are pretty good in ratio, because I like to go for low risk, low reward. And then sometimes you just gotta let it rip, because the mental stack's so high. So I lose to the non-entity 0-2. At this point, I'm like, all right, cool. I just gotta commit to the mix.
I'm crying, man. That's...
So this is probably what we're gonna see here.
Oh, shoot. Let me fix this round while I'm at it.
Here I'm a little more offensively minded.
Wow.
Tracks me for moving.
There we go. Now we're cooking shot.
I'm using that move more.
I'm just cackling of laughter.
Blocks my low, but not too crazy of a punish.
I blink and see this.
I lab that because I hate losing.
Don't mind me, but I'm just cackling of laughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Some ranges it's a little inconsistent, but if you can land it, you get like a free 40 damage convert off of that block, you know. At this point, I probably imagine none of these like, okay, he knows about this, let me like chill out. So he's going into his new flow state, his new flow chart, right? That I think Zafina has, which is the low, which gets your plus frames. It's launch though. Into this. That's something I'm gonna have to lab, because I don't know if I can sidestep or do something else and what their game plan is. I know in this matchup I have to use armored moves a little more when they run at me, because you don't want to deal with that. Then I do a shorter combo because I know it's going to kill, but I don't want inconsistencies.
Now, once again, this is...
I think minus 14, so I just do my 10 frame punish because I don't want to activate heat. Try to do a mix up, was wrong. I press for some reason. And then I retaliate because I want to let them know I don't care how plus you are, I have an option. I think I probably did a mid check and they just got pressed on that. Try to check to see if they were pressing. They weren't pressing. Now my turn. Nice sidestep. I do that because they sidestep earlier, so I'm like, all right, cool. Let me check this guy. Plus frames, and then I just do my fast option because if I'm right, and they,
Butterpunch is back at it.
Yeah, just forward pressure.
Can he keep his streak alive? He ain't melted. I can tell you that.
Okay, he checks me there. I gotta think about that. I didn't think about that. My money maker. What did I block to make that happen?
I can tell you that.
Okay, so there's the kicks, and then I think it was a delayed option, and I caught the delayed option. Do I activate heat? Bro, I'm about to play on PS5s all day. He's right on the dick jabs. I got lucky on the conversion. I promise you, I actually don't know how to tech throws. I am making reads. I don't look at the arms, which is easily one of the things I have to learn. That's what makes my defense like a 79 out of like what could be 80 something in the stat chart. I don't look or train my eyes to look at the arms, and I need to do that. PDX, I'll watch your video, man. Activate heat so I can keep some pressure going.
Oh my god, he's mixing.
I got lucky with that option. I just wanted more plus frames, but if you duck it... Oh, you know what? I gotta do that more. Because usually I do the hell sweep that she has there, but I think people instinctively block low because she kind of like lunges to the ground. But if I do that at the wall, it's a 50-50 that's plus on my favor. I don't know how plus it is actually. But that got
God, he's
me.
mixing.
That got me a situation that worked out pretty well. How much damage was that? 60 damage? Okay, chat, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to lap that. So that's about to be my new 50-50. So I got that one pretty convincingly. I think it's because Nonentity didn't like. Nonentity was having to interact against my offense more often than me interact with his offense. So I think he makes the adjustment here. Get my 10 frame punish because that's all I get. I like 10. I get a heat engage, but I want to save it for later. Plus frames. Delayed. I was like, fucking, I want to keep them next to me.
He did it too early.
I was a little wrong on that. I gotta be more cautious about how I want to place my buttons there. Oops, that was the wrong thing. That's what I was supposed to do the first hit. And then once he got up, I was like, okay, I don't deal with somebody who wakes up. So I kind of I ripped an option, being impatient. Which is something I'm noticing here. I'm getting a little impatient. I'm like, all right, cool. Safe, because why the fuck not? What else it gives? It's often a safe shit. I guess wrong. I'm like, cool. It is what it is.
Building plot.
All because I decided not to be correct in my offense. Here, now they're in immediate timing, so I was like, not ready for them to go back to immediate timing. Checks me for my backswing. And I'm like, I'll do it again. The brainworms talk to me.
Entity is punishing hard right now. Calling out what Butters did earlier. Bringing it to the window, to the wall. Oh my lord, that hurts.
Yeah, so you can see
I'm clipping out for the heart.
Nonentity is feeling pretty comfortable about their offense here. I forget you could press that as your option, right? But I don't like that. Well, what did I block that didn't get me my punish? I should throw. I forget. Between Lee and this character, I gotta like throw. Oh, that's a launcher. Why did I do a 15 frame launcher when at best you get minus 13? Here I panic options a lot. Yeah, I'm panicking a lot. I'm like, fuck it. Here I check an option because I'm like, okay, I get spaced out and I can't even hit them. It's annoying. Do a jab check because I'm scared. Low parries because why the fuck not? That just gonna fucking low parry on their fucking movement. I get lucky doing the douche down forward too.
Oh, nice. The fight's not over yet.
I'm making some reads that they're gonna do some delayed options. Which just happens to be like when you block this, you have to pick an option. You don't use movement.
Oh my
Bro.
god, the armor could have worked.
Upsetting.
Jumping punch.
Interesting. Okay. Plus frames, it does a little.
Oh my god, what the heck is going on?
I'm like, that's okay. I didn't commit to it. Whiffed like a fucking dummy.
I felt that.
I think this one gets kind of close, maybe? I don't remember. He kind of mollywopped me. I could play so much better. I play like buns. It's the wall. We're scared. But I hit a button. Doesn't want me to chill out. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's so dumb, bro. That's so dumb. Spaced out, fucking tracking mid.
Can he adapt? Nice poke.
Yeah, I press.
Oh my god.
I went for that because I got to start mixing in my lows and stuff like that. He's has me at the wall. I shouldn't sidestep because he knows how to keep me there. So I'm like waiting for him to like do something he wants and then retaliate. Yeah, bro, he like backstepped that, man. I couldn't really do nothing. Hoping he'd press. Oh yeah, I'm nice with it. I spent it because I want his health to be as low as possible, no recovery. Like next interaction is death for both of us anyways, but you know, I have heat, so chances are a little higher. Block so low.
Okay.
I moved forward and pressed something because before he would sidestep or backstep. Got lucky pressing on Oki, but it wasn't too airtight. Going for lows because why not? What do you mean I got hit on that, bro? That's the thing, man. Like you try to use sidestep offensively here, and it's like you think that it's a good idea. Granted, I'll be it's the right arm, right? And I went to the right. Left, I lied. Left for the tech and brains. And I got hit. I'm like, come on. What is this crazy ass hurt box? It is what it is. I move on. I'm like, what the fuck ever. Go for a throw because I haven't thrown a throw the whole set and
So
they're mental stuck.
Scary game 5 situations.
Maybe. I might get cooked.
Let's not see figures out how to stop Butters from his rampage.
I try to press.
Like he is.
Got lucky on a sidestep.
Oh, what the heck is that parry?
Probably gonna do. I thought he was gonna do the slide. I ain't gonna lie.
GG's to both players. Non-entity is the winner.
Okay. I gotta do some more homework on Zafina, but I feel like because I don't know my homework, I don't feel as comfortable. And I'm gonna do that later today, for sure. Yeah, I feel like I didn't have a lot of good information that I acquired from that VOD review for non-entity. Lee, I feel like I got a little more. So I have to do some more homework on the Zafina stuff, bro. And there's no Zafina. Literally, like, I don't find any Zafinas online at all. The only Zafina I have is at this local. And I'm trying to cook this fucking guy, man. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit now. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good analysis of a decent analysis of what I saw here. That's information for me to look at. And yeah, so what was this, like 40 minutes of just watching? But I got to yap with you guys, so that's really nice. Yeah, cool. I think that's pretty good enough for me. This is going to be a long one. So yeah, thanks for coming out and watching. If you liked it, which it's not usually the content I normally make. I usually make videos on content of controllers and stuff like that. But you know, these controllers are fighting game related, so I figured I might as well throw this out there to help out the local community and, you know, see if something to put on the background for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for whoever's watching out there. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in another video soon. When? I don't know yet, but I gotta put more effort. I gotta get more stuff out there, so that's what's gonna happen. All right, peace.